Hey guys, it's Jesse here from the Beard Synopsis Lab. We're talking actually on behalf of Pugilist brand. The reason we're doing this review is a couple weeks ago I won a little EDC contest from them. It's pretty sweet. Got a nice little care package, a couple oil samplers. They're about, quarter ounce I think, maybe a little bit smaller. A little travel size balm tin, and this pretty sweet baller comb. We'll talk about this first because I've been using this for a while actually before I started using the products because I was in the middle of other reviews and tests and all that. But I've been using this comb for a couple weeks now since I got it, and I gotta say guys, it's awesome. One of the cool things about wood combs over metal is that they do absorb the oils from your skin and that you put in your beard as you comb through, and they kind of just always kind of distribute a little bit. They also just glide through a lot easier because they've got those oils sucked into it. If I remember right, this comb is sandalwood. It feels pretty solid. It's not thin and flimsy. It's decently thick there. These combs are cut by a third party, and then Pugilist brand gets them, sands them down real nice, does all the finishing work, and then sends them out. So they are cut by a third party, but they're sanded down by them, and like I said, they're pretty sweet. It's an EDC comb. It's about credit card size. It'll fit in your pocket. It doesn't take up too much space, and it's pretty sturdy. So there's not too high of a chance of breakage, which I've had with some other wooden combs. But it's awesome, guys. I absolutely love the comb. It goes through like butter. It's very well designed, very well done. The teeth are decently spaced, at least for my beard, and it gives it a nice little sheen there. They're rounded and everything like that. So it's a cool comb. I definitely suggest picking one up. The way it works with these EDC kits, all the stuff you get the samplers, you get the balm, and you get it for comb, a nice little sticker, a pin, and a cool little carrying bag made of, I think it's tweed. But all that, the comb basically works out to being free, so they're worth picking up because you do get a pretty sweet comb out of the deal. And it's engraved right there, Pugilist brand, Gentleman's Grooming products. All right, so that's that. Now we'll talk about the products themselves. I'm not going to get into ingredients or anything like that yet because I want to give it a couple more days before I talk about that. But I want to talk about how it's going, what I'm liking about the stuff so far. When I was talking to the crafter about the scents and everything like that, he said that he's pushed the envelope as far as he can as far as complexity. Every scent that he's developed has a nice little layer to it. So you get one thing in the morning, towards the middle and the end of the day, you get a little bit different feels. Because of that, it makes I really want to experiment and enjoy the scents, because I've told you guys before, I'm a huge fan of scents. I love things that smell. I love complexities to smells, and I love things that smell good. And the more complex and good something smells, and the less I smell, I don't want to say like a routine scent, but like a lot of companies have oil or just mint, and a lot of companies have coffee and all that stuff. The more unique the scent and the complexity on that, the more I'm going to enjoy the product. So Zen Musk beard balm. It's frankincense, lavender, frankincense, and patchouli, I believe. You know what? Here, backtrack. Forget I said that. We'll get to that in a second. What I was trying to say is to really get the best out of that, what I've been doing is going real light on the products. So I'm oiling at night when I get home from work to kind of rejuvenate my beard, let it soak in overnight, and then in the morning I'm only applying a little bit of the balm. And that's, like I said, I want to go a little bit lighter on the products, and I also want to really notice the complexity of the scents, the levels to them. So the first day, I did use both. The very first day I used absinthe, which starts off as a nice black licorice smell, and it gets into a kind of a musky scent, and the Zen balm, which starts off with real incensey, and then again gets kind of smoky later in the day. So that's kind of what did it, because I didn't really smell either one. I smelled a combination, and it threw me off. So today last night I just used the absinthe oil, and definitely kind of enjoyed that. I'm not a huge fan of black licorice, but that scent fades pretty quickly, and then you're left with those musky tones throughout the night. Then this morning I used the balm when I went to work. Again, Zen Musk, and you definitely get right away. You get a lot of lavender and a little bit of patchouli, and it lasts a while. It's a nice calming scent to help wake you up. It's probably a little bit more calming than I like in the morning generally, but it's nice. It's incensey. It's rugged. It's soothing. And then towards the end of the day, you get that frankincense and a nice smoky tone throughout the rest of the day. And up until I came home, I could still smell it a little bit. It's pretty sweet. Just now I applied the shaman oil. I don't really know how to explain that one yet, but right now I'm getting a lot of citrus and a little spice to it. But that's where I'm at now as far as scents. They're definitely very complex. There's a lot of layers to them, and you definitely get a lot of, I don't want to say, there's a lot of awakening, kind of. It sounds really stupid when I say it that way, but there's a lot of work that goes into it, and if you pay really close attention, you'll get a lot out of the scents, and it's kind of cool in that fact. Application, I will say what I've noticed so far is, to me at least, application of these products and their use is just as complex as the scents. Again, it sounds kind of weird when I say it, but when I first put on the oil, it was the very first thing I did yesterday morning, and even now when I got home, and I expected it this time, so it's not as bad. The oil feels really waxy at first. It's when you wake it up and you rub it in your hands, there's almost like a waxy feel in your hands, almost like you got a wet bone. And you rub it in your beard, and it feels a little waxy at first, and a little heavy. Shortly after that, though, it definitely kind of melts on your face, almost is the best way to put it, and you're just left with this nice silky feel to it. Even now, that's what I'm rolling, and it's a nice silky, not wet, not greasy, just smooth. And the balm's the same way. The balm starts off real waxy. At least, like I said, in my experience, that's what I noticed. It starts off real waxy. And then as the day goes on and progresses, it kind of melts into more of a conditioning balm, which you kind of need. You want your day to start off looking nice, and then towards the end of the day, when your beard starts to dry, you want it to get conditioned. So yeah, no, I'm absolutely enjoying the products so far. I know we say that about everything, but I'm enjoying the complexity of them more than anything else. There's a lot of layers and a lot of work that goes into this stuff, I can tell, and that's something I'm enjoying. I'm learning about it as I go. It's every day something a little bit new, I guess, is the best way to put it, especially with all these oil samples I've got. So definitely worth checking out. Like I said, you get the EDC kit, you got a nice selection of scents to go, you get a travel size tin and balm, and for that alone it's pretty sweet because it's small and able to carry around, and you get a badass comb. So definitely check it out. Best way to explain the products overall, they're gentlemen's grooming products, and I will say they are gentlemanly. They're not, you don't feel like a total badass wearing them. In terms of, you don't smell like biker, motor oil and sweat. You don't sound like you don't smell all fruity either. There's definitely a lot of muskiness, a lot of, ruggedness, and a lot of woodsy scent to it. So yeah, that's all I got. We'll give you a little bit more in a couple days here. I'm going to keep rocking my products. I love my winnings so far. These are absolutely phenomenal. Pugilistbrand.com. Check them out. Pick up an EDC kit. You're not going to be disappointed. At the very least, if you're not interested in shopping for more balms and oils, pick up this badass comb. That's all I got, guys. Take care. Enjoy. Have a fun weekend. I'll talk to you at some point this weekend, I think.